Power. I'm sure you've all seen it. Politics, monetary heritage, influence. Some of you may think parents are the ones who hold power. Funny. For me, power is a tool of potential creation or mischievous destruction. Though some, including myself sometimes, mistakenly think power is solely attributed to kings, presidents, caliphs, and others. But what if I tell you there's a way to not feel powerless? First, we must understand that power does not come from a title or a recognition. It comes from actions. Today, I would like to talk to you about sustainable development and how power can affect drastically the way we live. The way I describe this, sustainable development of course, is a process that will ensure that we as species will thrive whilst protecting generations to come and keep us working towards that world that we as humans would like to reach. Deforestation, oil spills, corruption, discrimination, pollution. Future generations dying of starvation in the blink of an eye. These are just a few of the many problematics that are keeping us away from achieving our dreams. Whenever you feel incapable, paralyzed, vulnerable, know that each one of us has the power to make a change in our communities, in society, and even in the environment. Let me show you just how we can use this tool that we call power to create everlasting moments for the ones that will follow us, for them to enjoy their lives knowing that we had the power to care for society and that they also have it. Saying that sustainable development is divided into three different categories, these being social, economical, and environmental. It's ignoring that these categories are not just deeply related, but equally affected by our actions. For example, I remember when I was about 7 or 8 years old, my dad's company had the chance to take us to one of the poorest neighborhoods in the city where I live in, Bogota, Colombia. I was quite literally out of my comfort zone. Though I was young and couldn't deliberately explain what poverty was, that day, I saw something. After a long, hard day of building houses for these people, I sat on the roof of the one I built. I realized that the stories I had heard about these places were seriously overrated. I saw mothers greeting each other from their balconies. I saw kids going to school and playing football. But most importantly, the smile of a mother, a father, and 2 little girls who will now reside on their newly established home. Hope is not lost. It's just faded between those who think the next generation will solve everything. We, everyone I mean, adults, teenagers, youngsters, have the responsibility to reconstruct our society, not only economically, but socially and environmentally. My message to you is not to encourage you to sit and listen to statistics whilst the world is still en route to becoming a memory, an old tale, but to show you just how we can use power to make a change in our society. Communication, the power to be heard, the power to express, and maybe the power to make a difference. To know that to reach sustainable development, we must first strengthen our relationships with everyone. To understand that to stop millions of children from dying, thousands of women from being abused, the environmental footprint, and even inequality, we must first strengthen one simple concept: engaging with communication. We as humans must work together to find solutions to the much present problems. It's not utopian, it's not unreachable. It's just a world where everyone works together to reach the same goal, achieving prosperity in every single way. Sooner or later, we must act in order to become this better society I speak of. I know I'm way too little and naive to do this on my own, so I need help from all of you. We may not be many in the beginning, but we must start somewhere. Maybe greeting those who serve us or throwing that delicious juice box in the correct trash. Knowing that the power to save our world is not in a currency, but in the way we relate to one another and to our environment. As I continue my journey into seeing smiles in the faces of the people I see every day, I would like to ask you whether you live sustainably or not. What I would like to ask you is, when will you join me in realizing that you are special, not only because of some specific trait, but because of your importance to this world, and how your actions and your power make a difference?